All right, boys. Time to talk about coaching, business coaching in particular. And I've kind of been a real anti-coaching guy. I think it's kind of hacky. I think it's kind of people. I really do think it's a big ripoff, right? To a degree, is what I've always said. And I think that whatever, like, if you're good at the industry that you're starting a business up at, you should know how to sell it, right, at a high level. You should know how to price it at a high level before you go into business doing it. That's my thought. But I don't think, obviously that's not all you need to run a successful business, right? Now, I got lucky over here, dudes. I got real lucky, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And what I've done may not necessarily be repeatable for like all applications. Like, it certainly is not, and it kind of makes me feel like I may have talked a lot of shit about business coaches and not seeing the value in it. And my nemesis, Jared Williams, who I want his YouTube channel to fail. Okay, I'm gonna be so upfront with y'all. Like, every time he posts a video, I'm like, ooh, I hope this sucks. I hope he gets shredded in the comments. And like, his last two videos have been fucking bangers. Like, they're really good, like really good. But the first one he did when he came back here, he had this guy come on who was one of his customers for his coaching program. I don't remember what his Wealthy Plumber is what his coaching program's called. And the guy who came on was a dude that bought his program. And this guy was a great guy, right? Salt of the earth, fucking just a good dude, like a real good dude, my type of guy. And he probably knew more plumbing shit than I did when he started, right? Because he was into all those like gay ass extracurriculars like PHCC and all types of lame shit that like I just would never do. There's no way I'd ever do. I don't care to do. Like, I've had opportunities to do teaching shit, like for like the union school, and it's like, no, thank you. I'm just not interested. and like, once I'm done with work, I don't want to be, I'm on my time now. Anyway, so this guy knew more than I did, right? But it doesn't mean that you're going to know how to like make smart decisions with a business. And when you first start out, like $10,000 for coaching is a lot of money. It is so much money, right? But I'm a year and a half into my business, and $10,000 to me is nothing. It's fucking peanuts, right? And so you kind of, it's one of those things. I've gained perspective as I've like got like some level of success, and I realized that what happened with me is fluky. Like, if I was gonna tell somebody, if someone's like, hey, what's the Brass House method? How do I do it? I'd be like, all right, be a badass for 10 years straight. Fucking make a plan a long time ago. Spread yourself all over the market. Make sure everybody knows you. Get a lot of people that trust you and all this, build up credibility. It's not repeatable. You know what I mean? Because if you're 36 years old or 38 years old and you've been doing residential service the whole time, what I'm telling you, it's like you don't know any big buyers. You just, a big buyer to you is a guy with a big house. So, and there's ways to make money off that. And I found a way around that. I don't like that shit. I like commercial. But if someone told me without having a brand, because that's why I say I got lucky, guys. I built a brand. Number one, I'm in Texas, okay? Huge advantage. Number two, I'm in Dallas, the most kick-ass part of Texas. Like, when it comes to like spending money, buying, building, I'm sure Houston will want to chirp. Suck it, Houston. But like, I'm in Dallas, Texas. Like, you couldn't pick a better market to start a plumbing company almost. You'd be hard pressed to find a better place to be a poor boy to start a plumbing company. So that's a huge edge. I was in the commercial industry and a well-known guy, like by a lot of people that mattered before I started, which, how do you fucking create that, right? Like, I had credibility that you can't get, like you can't buy it. So it makes what I do somewhat non-repeatable. Now, if you're a young man and you're building up your career, I don't give a fuck what career, lawyer, I don't give a fuck what it is. If you do the shit I talk about, it will set you up for success. You will build a brand. You will be, so like, I don't know how useful my content is to actual business owners, and I could see why some business owners would be like, fuck you, because it has been I've gotten lucky a lot and didn't realize it for so long, and maybe somewhat thought I always talk about like I'm a dumbass, but I think to a degree I did think I was somewhat special. And like, what I'm doing is different. I'm reinventing the wheel. And it's like, no, I was able to bypass a lot of the growing pains that a lot of people have, because I was already kind of like a known commodity. I had a credibility that was really thick. that was like so people just like, whenever I like started my company, they were like, hell yeah, let's go. Whereas a lot of guys, you're just not even given the opportunity to build your career that way. So without doing that as an employee, everything I'm saying is kind of almost shit. So there's probably a lot of merit to that coaching. You know, there's probably a ton of merit to it. And it can, it's the video game analogy, like I like to use. You know, you're playing an RPG, you got a character at the beginning, you're gifted all these stat points. You can upgrade this, that, whatever. And like once you get like halfway through the game, you're like, damn, if at the beginning I would have used all those stat points to start with this, by this point I'd already be leveled up to here. And like you don't know that shit at the beginning. You don't know the meta of the game, right? So there is a lot of value in hiring somebody who knows the meta and can say, dude, put your stat points on fucking shield and the first 5 levels are nothing. And then like from there you can grow XP exponentially. And like just knowing that at the beginning can save, you know, because I'm telling you, $10,000 is a lot of money now, and I'm not fucking selling Williams course. Okay, but $10,000 is a lot of money now. But if you're good at this, like if you suck, you suck. $10,000 is never gonna make you no money, right? But if you're a hard worker and you're really gonna do the shit, $10,000 for coaching is probably a fucking steal, dudes. It's probably it could turn you into a millionaire, you know? So as much shit as I've talked, like let's contextualize everything. And you know, it's probably a good idea if you're starting a business to talk to people who know what the fuck they're talking about. What do I know? All right, see y'all later.